How does your brain resolve ambiguous sentences? Imagine reading a sentence that could mean two very different things. Your brain jumps into action to figure out what the sentence really means. That's what we call resolving ambiguity. When your brain encounters a sentence that can be understood in more than one way, it uses a mix of clues to pick the right meaning. First, it considers all possible meanings of words. For example, the word bank can mean the side of a river or a place where you keep money. Your brain initially thinks of both options. Then it looks at the words around it to see which meaning makes more sense. If the sentence is "she sat on the bank," your brain checks the context. If earlier sentences talk about fishing, it guesses riverbank. If they mention money or shopping, it leans toward a financial institution. This process is called context-dependent disambiguation. When a sentence can be structured in different ways, your brain uses syntax or sentence structure to decide what it means. Take the sentence, "The horse raced past the crowd stumbled." Your brain has to figure out if raced is a past tense verb or part of a shorter version of a longer sentence. Usually, your brain prefers the most common or likely interpretation first. But if new information suggests otherwise, it can change its mind. Listening to how someone says a sentence also helps. The tone, pauses, and pitch changes, what we call prosody, give extra clues. For example, a pause before a phrase can show where one idea ends and another begins. If someone says, "Let's eat, Grandma," versus "Let's eat, Grandma," the tone makes it clear whether they are inviting Grandma to eat or talking about eating her. Different parts of your brain work together to solve these puzzles. Areas in the front of your brain help control this process. They activate multiple possible meanings and then decide which one fits best. If your first guess turns out to be wrong, your brain can quickly revise its understanding. This flexibility is what makes language comprehension so smooth most of the time. Looking at words, your brain uses their origins and typical uses to help. For example, the word run comes from Old English and can mean to move quickly or to manage something. In the sentence, "She will run the company," your brain knows run means to manage. But in "she will run to the store," it means to move fast. Your brain uses the context to pick the right meaning. Similarly, with phrases like "old men and women," your brain figures out if it means old men and old women or old men and all women. It uses sentence structure and context clues to make the best guess. In the end, your brain is constantly working behind the scenes to understand language. It activates multiple interpretations, uses context and tone, and revises its guesses if needed. This ongoing process helps you understand what others mean, even when sentences are tricky or confusing.